Yo! What is up, everyone? Another week, another appearance by yours truly. This week, we're gonna have a behind the scenes again. I'll be honest with you. I didn't have a chance to really plan anything this week. I've been kind of busy with school and work, but I'm here anyway. Not really to report as far as anything too interesting. I didn't really do anything interesting this week. I just been busy. But I do have some interesting behind the scenes clips. They're all kind of short. I don't have anything big for this week. It's kind of a shorter episode. And I found some funny ones. They're pretty good. Now I'm going to give you context on some of them, so you can appreciate them a little bit more. A lot of them are stories about stuff, as we like to do. So I'm going to give you some context for the clips, and then you'll appreciate them a little bit more. But I find them hilarious, and I may have one more somewhere down the line, one more behind the scenes. I think I have a little bit more, but yeah. And also, I want to say to all of you, I haven't since I don't know 21 or something episode of the podcast. I haven't done anything fitness on here. I've been just sticking to that on my business page. That's where I've been putting my fitness stuff. But if you guys still want tidbits on here, let me know, and I will. But if not, you could always go to my realistic fitness on YouTube as well. That's where I put any fitness stuff. So if you like to get real stuff, just go check out over there. I'd appreciate if you subscribe over there. But that's where you'll find the all the fitness stuff. And I do 6 days a week of fitness posts on there. So definitely, I appreciate if you go check it out. But anyway, let's get into it. So, first clip. It's just about this time that I almost got into a fight after we went to a bar. I was in my early 20s, and I went over to these two guys' apartment. There's a bunch of people there hanging out. I was definitely not of sound mind at the time. I was having a good time, and I had my girlfriend at the time, and her and another guy had hid my keys. Now, I wanted to know where my keys are. I didn't like that they hid them on me. I wasn't like I was trying to jump in the car and drive away or anything. They just thought that I shouldn't drive. And whatever, but let me see my keys. Don't hide them on me. So, of course, being not of sound mind, it got to me more than it should have. And I started getting really mad. And this guy that I couldn't stand, nobody really could stand him that knew this guy, but he was always around where we were hanging out because it was like one or two people that liked him. But he was an immense piece of garbage. Garbage human being at the time. I don't know what he's like now. But at the time, he was an immense piece of garbage. And I'm yelling about getting my keys, and he's jumped in the front of me. In between me and the guy who owned the house was the guy who, with my girlfriend, were hiding the keys. And I didn't really like that guy either. He was an a-hole. So that's what made me mad too. And yeah, so this other guy, this piece of garbage, jumped in front, and I'm like, I want my keys right now, or I'm gonna take him. And then he said, well, you're gonna have to go through me first. And that's where the clip takes over. And I kind of said, no problem. And I went to swing, and that's where the clip takes place. So we'll let that go from there. Then we do a clip from Guts. If you watch any old episode about Guts, I really don't even have to explain anything to you. Okay? Because it's Guts, and you'll know. He's just ridiculous. Okay? So I'll let that speak for itself. Just know that Guts is a very unique and strange individual. And maybe go listen to some of the old story times, because that's kind of where that Mama Goods story time came from. So, if you want to know more about him, go check out some older episodes. I think you'll appreciate that. All right, third clip. And again, keep in mind, this is all us screwing off before we would record the podcast. I would just kind of record for a bit to make sure everything sounded all right and for us to loosen up and chill for a minute before we went on. So this next one, now back in the day, in the 90s and early 2000s, you used to be allowed to have apps on your phone where you could put in somebody's phone number, use a pre-recorded message, have the app call the person. Maybe there's still that. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But it would call the person. Plus, we got all that spam stuff now and everything that blocks all that. Back then, you didn't have any of that. This was calling a landline, so from a cell phone. So it would call the person that you put the number in, and it would talk to them through a recording, whatever weird thing it was, and it would record them answering, and then it would go right onto your phone, and you could download it, and you'd have the recording of a freaking crank call to somebody. It was insane that they even got away with that for as long as they did, and people didn't get more pissed. But they had this one where the guy accuses you of stealing his newspaper and gets really angry and starts screaming. So I wanted to call my uncle Mike. Rest in peace. I love you, Uncle Mike. But he was crazy. I mean, I would say I'm the closest to acting like him, probably. So I definitely got genes from that side a lot. And I knew I would get gold if I had this freaking thing call Uncle Mike. So, and I know it's hard to believe my name is Mike and my uncle's name is Mike and we're in an Italian family. I know. I just, calm down. Just try to go with it. Just try to go with it. Okay? So, I do the thing. I have it call him. And I listen to the recording, and that's what I have for you. I have the actual recording of when I called Uncle Mike and said, "You stole my newspaper." And I'll let that speak for itself after that. Then we have a clip that's called Fat Beats. Now, at the end of every episode, as the credits go out or whatever, recently over the last less than 10 episodes, I've had a new ending in there. That was actually a song I made back in the 90s on some mix thing on my PC. And, just from whatever they had on the program, whatever sounds. But I added in different clips from TV shows or from home videos. And I would put that into the mix back then. So I was mixing in that stuff. And me and this other kid, Pug, who we've talked about in another episode, used to make the songs together. He used to help me. And it just talks about, I never knew that Pug used to tell him, "Oh, me and Mike are going to make some fat beats." I never knew he said that shit. That's hilarious. So that's kind of what that clip is about. How he used to tell him, "Yo, we're going to get some fat beats." Finally, another little kind of a Goods reference in there and stuff, but this one's called Mining for Clits. And I'm just going to let that one kind of speak for itself, too. And you let me know if you would like a t-shirt with that. No, I'm only kidding. But listen to the clip. It's funny. But that's what I got for this week. And those clips are a little bit older. I think they come from when we're recording episode 14, 15, 16, somewhere in there, I believe. I think it's 14 and 15 in another episode. I forgot already. But yeah, that's when it's from. So it's definitely a little bit older. Back in November or something. I think it was. Something like that. of last year. So, yeah. So there you have it. So some behind the scenes of when we used to, what we did before we would record. And I hope you like it. I think, like I said, I have a little bit more of some behind the scenes stuff. And I'm really going to try to put out something next week. If you have any suggestions, please comment or, send me an email, a message, whatever. But at some point, hopefully, once I get this done and some other things taken care of, it's obviously I said that we were going to try to get back to the podcast like the end of January, beginning of February, but it was kind of like I wasn't sure. And I just don't think that's going to happen. I'm running late with school and work and stuff. So, and just some other things going on. Not saying I'm not coming back. I'm just saying I got to prolong an actual podcast a little bit longer. And again, I'm just putting it out there. If you're seeing this, I appreciate you listening. I do. I really do. But yeah, listen, everyone, you guys have a great week. You know what to do. Press all the little buttons. Subscribe, follow, share. Let other people know if you kind of like what we do, if you find it entertaining. If you like throwing it on while you're doing chores or whatever the hell you're doing, make it a little bit easier. Being a part of the gang and listening to us. I do appreciate that if you do. You just go to our Instagram. The bio there will have all the links you ever need. It'll have merch. I have merch for my business, my personal training business, and I have merch for the podcast. Go check it out. And every bit supports us. And really, if you like what we do, I really appreciate it if you subscribe. Because then the more people subscribe, obviously you know how it works. It'll get stuff out. And again, even if you're here for the movie memes that I make and all the movie references and all that stuff, that's fine too. I don't care. That's still what I love. So I appreciate you too. Even if you don't listen to all the podcasts. But I think if you did, if you gave it a chance, you'd probably enjoy it too. So everyone, have a great week. Thank you. Have a great weekend before I see you again. And peace.
No. Well, you're going to have to go through me, and it's no problem. Hey, man, you're going to have to go through me, bro. No problem.
Yeah, dude, and what sucks was I was going at him, but she grabbed my arm, so all I did was swing in a circle. I was drunk. Because Laura grabbed my arm. I lunged at him. I said, no problem. And I went like this. And as I went like this, right, my other arm was back. She grabbed it. And I went.
You got lucky. That little fucking midget motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. And then Vinny,
oh my god,
you see there, dude. Vinny was there.
You see the picture? You see the pictures of him lately?
Oh, dude,
yeah, isn't Vinny the big fat bald guy that Krusty tried to set at me?
Yeah.
You'll tell Tom to not talk to Kristen anymore. Like, go fuck yourself.
We should have just met him in a fucking alley and did it fucking Goodfellas style back then, and he would have shut his mouth. Is what we should have done.
Yeah, but then who knows? Maybe you stomp him too much and he ends up in a coma. And then you're fucked.
No. We just fucking a couple punches to the jaw and the threat of it happening again. You don't get like Guts and his family from just having a normal life, dude. That doesn't happen. Not when you're a son of the American Legion, motherfucker.
He should be like Val. He should have been like Val Bachekis when he puts on the fucking mask and he's like, "Raw!" Remember, he's like, "Raw!"
Yeah,
remember he's being a wrestler. You look like a luchador.
Yeah, and it's got like the flag on it.
Yeah,
but like an old flag, like a
it looked like
1776 flag.
It looked like a fucking luchador mixed with fucking Captain America.
And dude, he'll speak Spanglish, and then everybody will know who he is.
But yo, fuck all of that, papito lindo.
Donde está, motherfucker?
Yo, where the Popeye, motherfucker?
Huh?
I got to watch the Popeye. He got to eat the espinaca, bitch.
And then his theme
I
music will
got
come
to
on.
get the espinaca, motherfucker. This song cracks me up.
I love it, man. I don't know why. It's just such a good beat.
You know what it reminds me of?
Hey! It's your neighbor. Yeah, your neighbor.
Who?
Yeah, why would you do that?
I want my newspaper back.
What newspaper?
What fucking news?
Every morning to come to my house, and you come over and take it and bring it to your house?
What are you talking
What
about?
fucking newspaper? The fuck
I'm
you
tired of
talking?
playing with you.
Who is this?
That's why I'm telling you. I'm trying to find out why the hell you do something like that.
You got all pissed off like, who
You want me
is
to come over there?
this?
You
Yeah.
don't want me in your house. I can be over there in 2 seconds.
Yeah, come
Okay,
on.
you ready? Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, come
Let's
on.
Let's go. I'm coming over right now. Okay, let's go. Let's get it on. Let's go now.
And you know what? To know that the rest of that night he sat there on the couch with a hammer.
With a
That's how you
hammer,
know.
yeah. It was fucking. That's how you know it was fucking hammer time. It was fucking hammer time. It was hammer time.
Tommy, it was
He's
hammer
like, you
time.
mother. Yeah, fucking come over, you piece of shit.
You want to see hammer
I'll
time?
I'll wrap your fucking head in with a hammer. With a ratchet. Yeah, come over.
Come over.
What are you talking about? Like, you got a wise guy like me. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Never gets old.
No, it doesn't.
I gotta say, man, for all of his faults, you and Pug fucking made some masterpieces.
Yeah, that was some good stuff, man. And again, I'll give Pug always that whatchamacallit.
I remember you and him were talking about making music together. I remember him always mentioning it. And he would say something funny, like, I don't know, he had like a name. He was like, Fat Beats, bro. Fat Beats. He's like, we gotta do the Fat Beats, bro.
Hey, bro,
And
we
I'm
gotta
like,
do the fat beats, bro.
I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
See, I don't remember that.
Want to make some. Yeah, he used to talk about it. I used to hear him talk about it with you. And I used to laugh. I'd be like, oh, you guys are going to make songs or something? I'm like, that's cool. Awesome. I had no idea that you were going to sample the asshole. Like,
Oh, so that was a
Sample
precursor
the
to the
asshole.
asshole music, is what you're saying.
yes, dude. That was way before you guys even started doing that. Once you started doing that, I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. But when I forget how I even first heard it. Somehow it just came out. You guys just played it. And I was like, dude, that fucking shit rocks. It's like fat beats, dude. We're gonna make the fat beat.
Fat beats, bro.
Basically, yeah, that's what I remember. I remember him talking about something like that, like fat beats, bro. And I was like, oh shit. Like they're gonna make some fucking dope shit, bro.
Bruh.
I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know what you guys were doing. I thought you was like, I don't know, some kind of music. I don't know. And then it's
Wow, so I don't have that?
young man. You have young man.
Han.
Hey, Han.
I'm going to.
Nonstop fat. They need a fucking mining helmet just to find their fucking clit.
Mining for clits.
Motherfucker. You fucking for tracks?
No, I'm mining for clits.
Clits, motherfucker.
Dude, there's the new fucking podcast shirt. Mining
The
for
new
clits.
one for the week.
I'll put that
As
right on a fucking
mining for
shirt.
clits. But as mining for clits.
Good still ain't found one.
Well, apparently she wasn't helping. You said that she didn't
She
you say
left
you
you.
said like she fucking
She
But
left you
this-
for clit.
didn't you say that though? You said like she was real fucking she was gross.
Which one?
The girl who bought him she bought me my truck.
Thanks to Cookie Puss for helping me with my truck.
Cookie Puss.
Yeah, dude, she's weird looking to me.
No, I
don't know.
thought she was fudged away.
I showed you a picture, didn't I, of her and him?
Oh, a long time ago.
Go to Harris, I'm telling you, you better. Bye. Go to Harris, I'm telling you, you better.
See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Harris, I'm telling you.